speaking of scenes,
Do they still have
Turks,
monkeys? Wala?
We didn't see your people there,
no,
sadly.
you just had
No
to ask.
representation.
No
You
representation.
had to put yourself in that situation.
But honestly, he saved himself right
Yeah.
there.
Well,
What's up?
speaking of scenes, Turks, do tell us of your weekend. How was?
Oh, Saudi Cup was nice.
Oh, hey, okay.
Okay.
I'm not gonna start later on.
Way too quick.
Yeah.
Way too quick. Good evening, my friends.
Good evening.
How are you?
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm great.
Hello.
I want this to be a reoccurring theme with you.
صح؟
Yes.
ملاحظ أنا إيه.
You were saying, hey, welcome, Pastor Kabsa. It's your boy Adin. Let me just get this over with real quick.
Yeah, sure.
It's your boy Adin. What's popping? Episode 133. Thank you for joining us. I got the homie Turks right behind me.
Yo.
Fresh out the Saudi Cup.
Mhm.
He was the third horse who lost. and I got the other loser horse to my right.
Who did not?
Shamsi.
Who did not participate?
What was your horse name?
Unfortunately,
What was your horse name?
Endeavor.
Wow.
You deserve to lose.
Yeah.
Endeavor ماشي. Endeavor.
وين راح؟ طلع من المضمار.
Endeavor, ambition على طول.
I saw this food truck real quick.
So Turks, tell us
So Turks, how's the
about
Saudi Cup?
your experience.
It was nice. It was cool. It was cool. There was a lot of fashion. There was a lot of you call it drip. What do you guys call it?
We discussed this.
Okay.
Yes,
Stop saying those
there's a lot of
lingos.
swag, cultural drip.
Turks,
It was nice.
what'd you call it?
What, the hip hop lingo? Yeah, it's nice.
Okay.
I am learning the hip hop lingo. It's cool.
I've never heard someone say hip hop.
The hip hop.
The
yeah.
hip hop
The hip
lingo.
hop lingo.
So you
Yeah.
had drip with a agal, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was. I mean, it was a fashion show. It was a red carpet, but it was green. بكل بساطة.
Was it actually green?
It was a green carpet.
Okay.
Yeah. Why would I say it's a red carpet?
Did you dress up? Please tell us you
Oh
dressed
yeah,
up.
hell yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
يعني
Turks showed out.
You represented.
Yeah, definitely.
Well done.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, I'll send you pictures.
Did you happen to catch
Fully
any?
clothed, FYI. Just in case someone's not know.
Thank you for the disclaimer. We were thinking.
Yeah.
I felt like nobody asked for that one.
I felt I was left out.
Yeah. Did you also want pictures?
Hey man, if you're sending them,
I'll share. That's
You know.
fine.
it's okay. I don't want to share. No, I want it from the source.
Oh, yeah.
Malik.
The soul.
No, from the source.
Okay.
Asli,
Okay.
fresh.
Yes. طازة طازة.
Shout out the snap.
طب did you happen to catch any of the races?
So founding
Yeah.
day was amazing.
Mhm.
We
Yeah.
didn't get the chance to talk about it last Thursday,
Yes.
and everybody dressed up and showed out. People were dressed up way better than Eid.
Oh,
Have y'all noticed that?
Yeah.
People really got dressed up. It was fucking amazing. Bro.
Because you know it's a throwback, so you wanted to show your best.
Yeah, but people really showed their best.
Yes, they did.
Like I've never seen any holiday that we had here when people really showed out, and that was it.
It's a good start.
That was a moment.
Yeah, it's
that
a
was a
good
moment.
start.
It was a serious fucking moment. I loved all the pictures. I
was.
loved everything about it. And what was beautiful is that it led to the Saudi Cup. And Saudi Cup, it's known, horse racing, high fashion, stuff like that.
Third
But
year running.
cultural fashion.
Yeah, and it's been and I think we've mentioned this some time ago. It's becoming somewhat of the Met Gala for us for Saudi here to showcase our cultural
Exactly.
heritage, to showcase like the latest designers.
And people
dressing up.
showed out again.
Yes.
Mhm.
Shout out to Her Royal Highness Princess Noor Al Faisal.
Hey, man.
Mhm.
Atalal, shout out to you. Amazing work. She looked fire.
I mean, a lot of people came ready. So good job, Turks, on being there and representing.
Thanks. Yeah, I contributed
You
to the fashion
contributed.
scene.
I hope
Yeah.
so.
No, but people really showed out.
Yeah, they really did. Yeah.
Do you know who won?
Who the horse race?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's a horse.
Yes. A horse won. Okay, a horse
Yeah.
won.
You're close.
Yeah. You're on
You're
good-
close.
Yeah.
And there was a man riding that horse.
Yes.
He does not own that horse.
No.
He was
If I remember correctly, it's Prince Saud bin Salman's His Royal Highness Prince Saud bin Salman's
Yeah.
horse.
Mhm.
I think he's the one who won number one.
Do you remember the name?
I don't remember.
The
I'm
horse?
trying to remember.
Okay.
I barely remember the names of people. I'm not gonna-
You remember a horse.
Yeah.
I mean,
Also, His Royal Highness Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman showed up.
oh, he did.
Yep,
Mm.
Okay, nice.
that was wild. Now I feel left out. I wish I should have been there.
Next time, buy a horse, Adil. Buy a horse. It's one way of going.
If I wasn't busy, shout out to Galek. Thank you for not calling.
Yeah.
Okay, if I wasn't busy, all right. Like I was on the edge of my seat. Like I'm looking at my phone. Oh, Sultan's gonna call. Sultan's gonna call.
You're just thinking about horses all day
Yeah,
long.
like because I don't want to tell him, yo, bro, I'm really busy right now. But thank God, yo, shout out to you. Good save.
yeah.
Anyway,
I
but
mean,
other than that,
While he was doing that, I ended up going to almashtal.
Oh yes, almashtal,
which was really nice. So almashtal launched their Compass Nights, which apparently are going to be recurring music nights happening on a regular basis. They did it with aziz.wav. He was the first artist there. A great turn up, great show out, great show. Honestly, Aziz killed it on stage. Like he has that presence. We already know that. So it was you guys
energy.
Yeah. It was nice, honestly, seeing a lot of boys there. You know, a lot of people showed up to support. Shaolin was on the decks. Z gave them a freebie for some fucking reason.
I know.
Yeah,
I saw that.
right?
I saw that.
Right?
I saw that.
Like, yeah, I was like,
I didn't know Z was gonna perform.
nobody knew Z was going to perform. He was there. He saw a mic. He's like, opportunity. But that was a fun night.
Shout out to Z.
And then we did Dalia's birthday.
Shout out
Happy
to Z's
birthday.
album didn't come out.
Happy birthday, Dalia, once again. Thank you so much for inviting us. It was a blast, honestly.
The horse was called Emblem Road,
That's an amazing name.
Nice.
right? And the jockey متعب الملوح.
Oh,
Okay,
congrats to them. Yeah,
congratulations,
seriously.
honestly.
Congrats.
That's amazing.
Thank
bro.
you for the update. There's.
The most
Appreciate it.
expensive horse race in the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
$20 million, yo.
that's for that one race.
Yeah.
And there's
Yeah.
another $50 million and other prizes for the rest of the races.
Hold on. Hi, Sultan. I just mentioned your name on the podcast and I'm recording right now. So I'll send you the names later.
Oh, wow. Was that a quick conversation?
Like, he just sent me a message while we were talking. I was like,
Okay.
hey, speak of the devil.
Yeah, fun weekend. Very fun weekend. Lots of activities. And last but not least, there was the NFT showcase going on at the Binnale.
Ooh, tell us about that.
Yeah, I ended up going today. Honestly,
Lies, Turks.
I
Lies.
What?
Keep that same energy, Turks.
What?
Keep that
Tell us
same
about that.
energy when he walked
I wanna
in.
know. I wanna know.
When he walked in, he was like,
I wanna know
yo.
what's happening.
yeah, sure. Honestly, I think the interesting part is the panel discussion,
Oh my
the panel
God.
talk, which I missed out on. So it started.
So you didn't
on-
see shit.
I saw they had a small showcase, basically of
They had a bunch of projectors on a wall
yeah
showing you
some NFT projects. Okay.
Okay.
And they
showing
had
you some images
of-
that you can see online.
yeah, true, fair. But
That's how you display NFTs in a
Mhm.
gallery? Okay,
Mhm.
that's cool.
through
Okay.
projectors. Yeah.
Yes.
And they also had a
Or a
live,
Samsung TV.
and they also had a live stream of the Sotheby's auction house in the metaverse, their own like gallery in the metaverse. So the discussions have been running for the past 2 days. It starts at 7. I missed out on all the talks, unfortunately, but it was nice to see. There was a lot of excitement there. Like when I went, it was quite packed actually.
Is there a huge NFT community in Saudi?
I mean, they were telling me when I met some of the people there, they were telling me there was a good show up turnout yesterday. Like they actually had somebody come in and asking them and talking about how he wanted to launch his own NFT project. He had a concept for an idea. He wanted to launch his NFT. And he ended up meeting an artist there who was excited to get in the space and was just looking for somebody to,
Talk to.
to talk to.
Interesting.
Exactly.
Get
So
information.
Get information. So it became kind of that clearinghouse where people could connect and discuss and talk about it. That was yesterday. I'm guessing that's still going on right now today with the panel that started at 7. It was pretty cool, honestly. It's nice to see any the Binnale and generally the art scene are showing interest in what's cutting edge and what's trending.
Nice.
Cool. Shout out to Noor. She just sent me a message also.
Yeah.
That was like,
Shout out
That's
to-
why I was lost on my phone.
Shout out to the Visual Arts Commission and
Facts.
Binnale team, honestly, for setting this up. The Sotheby's team is obviously for coming through.
Yes.
Yeah, that was that.
Turks.
Yo.
Guess how I found out that Shamsi was talking to the Sotheby's people? People.
Oh, who? What?
Guess how I found out that Shamsi was talking to people from Sotheby's?
How?
Our follows.
What? Okay. Hello.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, this is
Look,
Interesting.
anywhere, if there's a panel happening anywhere, and I know Shamsi's there, or as in, I know a panel is happening,
Mm.
and someone from that panel follows us, Shamsi must be there.
yes,
Yeah.
that is good exchange of information.
It's my spidey senses.
Yes, what do? You do this. I also do something. Let me show you what I do.
Shout out to the PR king.
Yeah,
Mm.
The PR king.
Yay.
Yay.
Some self-tazies right there.
All right. We just basically killed all the topics in the first 12 minutes.
Nice.
And
Okay.
I mean, we told you what's going on in our lives.
thank you all for joining us, I guess.
I'm going home now.
Next.
Next,
I don't know.
in other news,
Stare at a blank line.
in other news,
I'll tell you something that I've been. So the perfume exhibition is happening right now. You know about that?
I heard about it.
You heard
It's
about
the
it.
biggest in the Middle East, or the biggest in Saudi.
It could be. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I just know that it's going on.
Okay.
The reason I know it's going on
Mhm.
because of Snapchat.
Okay.
اوكي توقعت وصلتك الريحه.
Yo.
Sorry.
Yo,
It's the
yo.
biggest, so I expected a
Yo.
cloud of
Too
perfume.
easy, bro. Too easy.
Yo.
Okay.
Put it next to the airport next time when people land. Like, oh, yo, Saudi smells amazing.
Okay. For what?
Yeah, Allah. So anyway,
Snapchat.
so the homies on Snapchat, they're like, yo, you gotta see this. What's happening in your country?
Mhm.
I didn't even know what's happening in my place.
They're letting you know.
So I'm looking at it. And so, of course, influencers are what's pushing this.
Okay.
Mhm.
Influencers have been trying to sell perfumes of all sorts and fucking vibes for the last, I don't know, like how many years. Also, on top of that, us as a country, not us only in Saudi, the GCC in general,
Mhm.
we're big on perfumes.
True.
Perfumes, bukhur, oud, whatever. We're
Mhm.
big on it. So there's always been a market. What's amazing is that there's a big local market, not just international.
Local, as in local creators.
Exactly.
Okay, innovators.
And local companies.
Mm.
So that was very interesting. I was so proud to look at that. And then, see,
And then
I have a problem.
Well, see-
I don't know if I should say the names of those people because it might sound negative.
Mm.
So I'm going to skip names. But influencer A.
Okay.
Influencer A decided, you know what? I'm going to have my team stand a couple of feet back and record as I walk through people and people jump on me trying to take pictures. So I look very popular.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
All right? And it worked.
It worked.
All worked.
I mean, that's easy optics.
No. Let me tell you how it worked.
How well it will work.
Right after that,
Mm.
all the other influencers
Sorry,
gave
dude.
their phones
Oh,
to
wow.
their friends to stand back.
Trial and error, my friend. This is what A/B testing.
And everyone was waiting. أشكركم يا أهل الرياض. كافيته وافيته.
And people showed up.
People showed up for the event, yes. And of course, they showed up to see those, influencers that they always see on their phone.
You know, people they like, the people
They flocked to them. It's all good. I got no problem with that. Do your thing. Be yourself. Stupid as you look.
Mm.
But, bro, the people that were picking up their kids next to them to take pictures, they'll relax.
Oh, okay, Mr. President. Okay. Okay. What's happening here?
Relax.
Bro, it's the start of a. It's not the start. It's the celebrity culture we have. This is part of the local celebrity culture we have.
That's true.
True, yeah, but not
Influencers?
kiss my baby. What
But
the
hold
hell?
on. Let's be honest. Influencers are bigger than celebrities here.
Yeah, true.
And
True.
You cannot deny that.
Currently, with the generation that's mostly on social media, that's very true. Because when you look at celebrities, who can you think of other than the big artists, the big established artists? You can't really think of anybody else. Muhammad Abdu.
Influencers are bigger than established artists.
Oh, even that?
Yes.
That's what you argue?
You're talking about an artist that gets paid per gig.
Mm.
You're talking about someone who can promote 5 times a day and get 5 different payments a day.
That's how you're calculating.
Yeah, no. They're, even in numbers, even in number of followers, influencers are way stronger than celebrities here.
I wouldn't argue with that.
The only person that, basically one of the few people that trumps all of them, Ahlam.
Because she's both.
Because she's Shamsi's cousin. That's why.
True,
Okay.
And Shamsi's cousins, they know business.
And
or else they would never had a dynasty.
exactly. That's great way of putting it.
Thank you.
And
Precise.
She has an established personality.
Exactly.
And that's what, that's the brand.
And she's, I'm not going to say loud as in like a negative way, but she's outspoken. There you go.
Yeah.
She's very outspoken.
Yes.
And so she was always different to all the other celebrities. So people flocked to her.
And she always made sure that her voice was heard.
Yes.
That, I have an opinion, and this is what I think.
Her husband is great at PR and marketing.
Ahlam is our Kanye.
Yo.
I mean,
Yeah. Did I just get it right?
Minus the music.
there's an argument. there.
Minus the music. Minus the music.
The branding, maybe.
لما يطول العنب.
Hey. Wow. Wow. Chelsea had a flashback.
I'm just, flabbergasted.
Flabbergasted.
But
Quick question. Where'd you get that shirt?
that shirt,
The Celebrity Grand Prix.
Shaolin.
Shaolin.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Wait.
Last one.
Munti. Fuck you too.
Okay.
Wait. Rex. Fuck you. Proud. Fuck you.
Yeah, that one.
All of them.
That one. The last two, I think I would agree with.
Anyone
those
else?
two.
No, just Control C, Control V.
Exactly. Thank you.
Same thing.
Because I called. They told me they got nothing anymore.
Yeah.
I made that phone call.
Mm.
And I was told there's nothing anymore. So you First off, you showed that there's a leak in the office.
Public shaving. Oh my god.
Yes. Okay.
Literally public shaving.
No, it should be publicly shaved.
Yeah.
When you tell me there's nothing, it means there's nothing.
I'm sorry.
I begged.
I'm sorry.
I fucking begged.
والله شوف, to be honest, أنا شفت الرقص.
أول شيء لا ترجع.
Yeah.
طيب, you're not supposed to defend them.
Oh,
You're supposed to stand by my side.
Oh, definitely.
All right. We're supposed to be the team.
Oh yeah, hell.
Now يوم ذكرتك.
Yeah.
قبل شوي no, well, and there. خلاص, you know what? That's it.
Never
Champs is out of the group. Turks, remove him from the WhatsApp group.
خلاص, he's out,
Consent
he's out,
group.
he's
There's a
out.
consent group.
خلاص, I'm gonna mute you back to the end of the episode.
I didn't even know there was a consent group.
By the way, sign languages. I don't know. We took a wide turn. Let's come back.
What?
Wait. Okay, wait.
Wide turn.
Perfume expo.
Yes,
Done with
Perfume Expo. Okay, we're done with that.
Yeah.
We're done with Ahlam being an amazing celebrity.
Yes.
She was like Kanye West.
Yes.
Okay.
She is.
That one we're finished with.
But no, actually, we're not done. So, as I was viewing our
Local celebrities.
I thought it was Ahlam sending me a message. Yo, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
She got that power.
Way too quick.
She got that power. So what's the name? So I was browsing around, watching, what everybody's doing.
Okay.
Now here's the thing. A lot of influencers, amazing. Like they are giving back to their fans. They're sitting there, they have conversations, taking pictures. They're giving back.
Engaging.
They're engaging. Let's say engaging.
It's the correct terminology.
It's not engaging. It's
Okay.
not engaging. It's not engaging. There's no way. I know you marketing motherfuckers like to put that word around. طيب. Engagement. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not engaging. Got watch.
Showing face.
Yeah. Because you engage only the time when you're selling money. That's not really engagement.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's different vectors
Okay,
of
sure.
engagement.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Homie drop vectors.
That's how it
These
goes.
piece of shit marketeers.
Hey, what?
Anyways, so it was interesting to watch. Really interesting. I enjoyed how some of them had bodyguards,
Okay.
which was hilarious. The bodyguards in the front, the people, hey, move out of the way, move out of the way. And people are just walking from behind taking pictures. There was one point I saw a bodyguard just go
It's
to the
the
end.
sense of safety.
And the person just standing in the middle.
أقول لك أنا حستناك هناك لما تخلص تعال. It's a sense of safety. I assume. I have no idea.
No,
I have no
think so.
idea.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
كشخة زايدة.
I don't know.
Yeah.
First off, like, why am I watching you from the hotel to the place? Like, why?
It's a journey, bro.
See, for the woman, those I cannot negotiate because they're showing the whole routine because other women are watching.
It's a process.
Yeah. So that one, I'm not even negotiating that one.
Okay.
I'm not the targeted fan base. Okay. It's not me.
Okay.
But the guys, relax, bro. Relax. See, guys, they have a problem. I'm saying like male influencers. Male. I know somebody get angry at this.
Okay.
Same way we said female last time. Men, okay. Dudes, bras, they have a problem with atmalah or be professional. Right?
Okay.
The ones that are being professional, they're the ones who got on lock. And they're the ones who really got that fan base on lock. Because why? They're treating them as like their friends. But the other ones, I'm gonna be a guy right now, one of the guys, and then betmalah. That's awesome. It was fun to
It's a
watch.
spectrum of feeling, isn't it?
Oh man, there's so many messages in that group that we cannot say on a podcast.
No, we can't.
Oh no, we can't. We will be closed out tomorrow, son. But yeah, shout out to Perfume Shop Exhibition World #1 exhibit
Diamond.
.x or some shit .sa. Anyway.
Why
are you scared?
I'm glad you had that enjoyed you enjoyed that experience.
It is very interesting.
Browsing. طب ما خطر في بالك you go get some perfumes?
Do you know that I got asthma?
There's a whole expo. My God.
Okay, like you know that, right?
Maybe they have something for
when
that.
someone is next to me is wearing perfume, I lock up. I said I can't breathe anymore.
Bro, we'll just get you some herbs or some shit.
Yeah, that's how we fix it.
You know?
Yeah, people with asthma, we found your cure. Shams, he said get some herbs
Or some shit.
Is it from your garden?
Next to the bees.
Go to your garden. Just pick up any leaves.
Wait. You're wearing green. You just said herbs and garden. You have a garden.
Yeah.
It's green.
What do you think I'm doing
What
right
kind of
now?
herbs you got?
All kinds.
Be specific.
The green ones.
I bet they are.
I got parsley. I got cardamom.
Please,
نعناع المدينة.
please say cucumber.
No. What was it called? Capsicum. I have capsicum.
Capsicum. That's the elite way of saying green pepper.
Bell peppers.
We fancy
There you go.
Turks. We fancy.
لحظة.
Yeah.
I need to pass by that garden real quick.
Oh, ما عليك فيه مليان dirt.
So
Wow. Yo.
Allah, that's where you find the card, right?
I
Plenty of dirt.
don't want to make this into a very long podcast. So how about we just close it out right now and just go home?
Oof,
Wait, I
okay,
am
go
home. How about you just get the fuck out of
Get
here?
the fuck out of here. That's what I'm trying to
on.
say.
Are there things happening? That we need
No,
to
there's
know
just like a little war that's happening. That's about it.
All right.
All right, people, take out your bingo card. Okay, volcano, check. Ukraine, Russia, now check.
about? No, we said war. We didn't specify.
We said Russia. Russia
Yeah.
invading Ukraine. Now we were go back to our December episodes.
Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
very specific
Mm.
that Russia will invade.
You guys did. Yeah. You threw some chicken bones and you read them and you said Russia,
Chicken
Ukraine.
bone.
Yes.
I remember that.
So Shamsi asked me on the weekend. He's like, you called it.
Mhm.
I was like, there's 4 days left, and I was hoping we get to March, so all this will go away. But I told him why I called because of two things. One of them I already told you. So I think it was in 2020, or 2019. I'm not sure. Russia signed a deal with
China.
to export gas, and so China's like, yo, you guys, nobody can take it from you except us. So we will take it from you for 30 years for this price. They will name the price.
Okay.
Russia agreed. They were like, okay, delivery, but there's like Russia was like, yo, by the way, don't worry. Crimea and those peoples, don't worry, we're gonna take them over so we can come real quick to y'all and hook y'all up. Don't worry about it. We got you.
Hagen.
In 2017, Russia signed a deal with China for 100 million tons of coal. Right?
Mm.
They're selling them 110 or 100 million tons of coal. Does Russia have 100 million tons of coal?
No.
Guess where's one of the biggest reserves for coal?
Ukraine. Oh wow.
Ooh.
you're
And guess
kidding.
where?
In
Donetsk?
Yes, it's in the Donetsk actually.
Yes.
It's the eastern regions.
It's next to what?
Next to
Russia.
Yeah. Next to the border, right? Next to the
Yes,
border.
next to the border of Russia. So this is not just a war about, yo, this is Haggana min Zaman.
I mean, shuf, honestly, at this point, I think it's a war about so many different things. That definitely sounds like one of the very big.
Oh no,
possibilities.
this is the old methodology of the Soviet Union. Take over a country and use all its resources to get money back.
Now, I was thinking in terms of what everybody was saying, and this is a whole NATO response to.
Well,
to
what's
NATO.
happening right now? For the audience that, not me, for the audience that doesn't know what's happening exactly and what happened within the past week.
Look, there's so many
Okay.
ways to look into this.
Hmm.
So let me put some guidelines and let Champsy take us through it. Okay.
Okay.
So let's start with the beginning.
In the beginning.
Russia
Hmm.
and Ukraine.
Once upon a time,
Oof, once upon a time.
Yeah. This goes back to that.
once
okay,
upon a
okay.
time, like if you want to
Yeah.
really go back to, because this is a lot of the stuff that Putin was talking about. right?
Exactly.
So the Russian nation originally started in what is now the Ukraine. Okay.
Okay.
The civilization that eventually became Russia started in Kiev,
Okay.
the Grand Muscovy of Kiev, the Grand Duchy of Kiev. Okay.
Mhm.
So Kiev at that time ruled over Slavic peoples. Eventually, Kiev fell, Moscow arose, and Moscow became dominant. Over the period of the Russian Empire, they conquered the Ukraine. Okay, this was in the 1700s, sometime in the 1700s. At that time, the Ukraine became a part of the Russian Empire. Khalas, done.
Okay.
Fast forward 200 years, World War I happens, the Russian government falls, the communists take over. During that period, there was a civil war. In that civil war, the Ukrainians tried to assert their national identity. At that time, national identities had been building in Europe over the past 100 years. So different communities within Europe had become to assert their own nationalities. Nationalism had become a thing. So the Hungarians wanted their own nation. The Austrians wanted their own nation. All of these different peoples wanted their own nation. The Ukrainians were no different. They wanted their own nation. But they ended up losing in the civil war, basically. And the communists ended up winning in the civil war and taking over the Ukraine, basically.
Okay.
Now, during the Soviet period, Ukraine got fucked. It really did get fucked. You know, there was a famine, there was starvation, people were shot. They were taken over during Germany, World War II, by the Nazis. Nazis killed a whole lot of Jews.
Okay.
Right? And then the Russians came back after World War II, and it became part of the Soviet Union. It, as the Ukraine, as an entity, became part of the Soviet Union.
Okay.
Sometime in the 50s,
As a separate entity, though.
yeah, as a separate entity. Sometime in the 50s, the Soviets decided to give part of Russia, which is Crimea, to Ukraine. to basically administrate it. It was still part of the Soviet Union, but it no longer belonged to the Russian Republic. It belonged to the Ukrainian Republic for reasons that are still not very clear. Some say because it was easier for them to administrate. Let's not get into that. So this was one of the big issues that happened. So when the Soviet Union collapsed in the early 90s, Ukraine emerged as an independent country. Russia has attachments to Crimea and has attachments to the Ukraine over the past 200 years of history. For Russians, Ukraine is a part of us, and we are a part of the Ukraine. This is what Putin is claiming right now. This is his claim. This is one of the main reasons he's undertaking this war. He's saying that there's a lot of Russian people that live in the Ukraine and a lot of, Russian heritage in common with Ukrainian heritage. So for us, we are one people, we're undivisible. Now, the problems that started happening recently over the past 10 years with the whole Crimea takeover and the current war, some in the news are saying it's because of NATO. So NATO was a defensive alliance of countries that was set up during the Cold War to protect against the Soviet Union. At that time, the Soviet Union had control over Poland, Estonia, Latvia, these countries that are in Eastern Europe. Nowadays, these countries are part of NATO. So Russia felt threatened. Supposedly.
Not all of them.
Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland are.
Yes.
So these are the
Ukraine still wasn't.
Yeah, Ukraine isn't.
Finland wasn't. Sweden wasn't.
Finland and Sweden both aren't, but they do have their another.
Belarus.
Belarus wasn't. So these are the countries in East Europe. Okay.
Yeah.
So the crisis that started as it started right now actually started in 2014. In 2014, there was a revolution in the Ukraine. The Ukrainian president at that time was supposed to sign a deal to build closer ties to the EU.
He was considered a puppet of Russia.
Okay. He decided to pull out. That president, I think
He escaped to Russia.
Yeah, he decided to pull out from those discussions. Ukrainian people rose in protest. He ended up escaping to Russia. And then Ukraine had a whole new government set up with the help of the US. And in order to kind of take Ukraine towards a more Western direction, closer ties to the EU, closer ties to Europe, as opposed to closer ties with Russia. Putin didn't like that. This was in 2014. That's when the Crimea thing happened, right after that. He took it over, he annexed it, and he went and he claimed, you know what, this is a historical part of Russia. It makes sense for us to have it back. Now, this current war is him basically saying, you know what, the Ukrainians have not been playing ball. We feel that Ukraine being close to NATO and the West is dangerous for our national security. We consider the Ukraine as part of our own, let's say, sphere of influence with the shared history, with the common border, with all of this shit. So we will not allow Ukraine to go closer to the West because that threatens our national security. That is the name of the game.
That's what they're claiming right now.
That's the
So since the war started,
but within the past couple of days.
So what they did was, on the 24th, he gave them orders. Listen, attack all defenses, all Ukrainian defenses.
Before he did that, he basically recognized the independence. So there's these two regions.
Oh yes, the two regions.
There's these two regions in eastern Ukraine that have basically been going through a low-level war for the past 8 years. Since he seized Crimea, these two regions have been going through a low-level war.
Okay.
They are the Donetsk and Luhansk regions.
And they
the Donbass, actually.
Yeah, and they were funded by who?
Funded by Russia.
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay.
So he basically went out on TV and he said, you know what? I recognize the autonomy of these two regions from the Ukraine. I recognize that these two regions have a dominant Russian majority population that wants to be part of Russia. And the Ukraine...
Think of it as Hezbollah in Lebanon.
But they were fighting against each other?
What do you mean? It's a proxy war.
It's a proxy war,
yes,
yeah.
Iran is funding Hezbollah. Hezbollah is causing dramas. Same thing. He's funding them for them to cause drama in Ukraine, for him to walk in and say, I'm defending these people.
Yeah,
okay,
that way,
okay.
That way, yeah.
That's what he was doing.
He basically announced the recognition of the independence of these two republics, and in order to save those republics, he decided to attack the rest of the Ukrainian government or country. His proposed claim is the demilitarization of the Ukraine and the denazification of the Ukraine. Now,
that was weird.
The Nazi thing, see, that's the thing. That's the thing, blowing things out of proportion. The Nazi thing is, so when this war started in eastern Ukraine, some of the militias that were on the government side, the Ukrainian government side, defending against the Russians, had some neo-Nazi ties. So Russia basically took that and blew it out of proportion, saying, you know what, the whole government is a Nazi government, which is hilarious because the Ukrainian president is actually Jewish.
Okay.
His father was a survivor from the Holocaust. So that's the crazy thing about that claim. That doesn't square up.
So 24th came in. Don't touch any civilians. Just attack military defenses. And then slowly but surely, the Ukrainians started basically giving ammunition to all the people. People from the age of 18 to 60, men from the 18 to 60, they cannot leave the country.
Conscripted.
Yes, they have to wait and go and fight. Borders were all locked up. Everyone was everywhere. What?
They allowed people to escape to fellow countries, refugees.
Poland.
Yeah, Poland, Romania, but mostly Poland.
Mostly Poland. So all that's going on. Now, there's questions. So there's a lot of, I'm sure you guys saw some of the videos that came out.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Here's the thing. A lot of those videos are old.
Okay.
They're not videos that's happening right now. So
someone, how old? Like, what do
some of them were like from. So they showed this video.
Oh, from the war that's going on the past few years.
So they showed this video of Russians moving their intercontinental ballistic missiles.
Okay.
Right, like they're moving through Moscow, so they must be going down south.
Okay.
Or to the west in order for them to be closer.
Yeah.
That was them moving these missiles for a parade back in 2017.
Okay, so it's fake news.
Basically.
Yeah.
It's real footage, but the time is different.
So, to be honest, one thing I realized over the past 2 days, and like, you know me with how things like this go on, I look for the news sources. What I realize is there is no news source.
Exactly.
Everything is lies. Everything is lies. There's literally right now we're living through an information warfare. The Ukrainians are trying to upsell and upstage their achievements. They're putting out these numbers. We killed 3,000 Russian troops. We downed 18 helicopters and 20 planes. And,
I have those numbers.
So, and the Russians surprisingly are keeping, not surprisingly, but unusually are keeping very silent. They're not talking about any of the hits they're making, any of the casualties that they're taking.
536 armored vehicles have been taken out by the Ukrainian army. 8 helicopters, 14 Russian jets, 15 random, what's the name? Surface to air
missile launchers.
Missile launchers. Where's the other one? 102 tanks, 3,500 people dead, 200 arrested.
Those are big numbers.
Those are big numbers.
Sure, but keep in mind, right now, Russia has, according to the Ukrainians, Russia has only mobilized around a third of the forces that they had on the border.
Yeah.
Only a third.
They just increased it to 50% yesterday.
So right now we're still talking about these guys, Mashad Duhelhum. These guys are still trying to keep it. The fact that there are no civilian casualties says a lot. Russia knows that it's getting a lot of shit from the world and it's trying its best to not get more shit. If they start attacking civilians indiscriminately, things are really going to heat up. But
did you see the tank that went over a car?
No.
So there's this video of a car driving. Also, the tank just makes a left turn and just goes over the car, stops it for like 30, 40 seconds, and then comes out. And then it goes. Then the second video, people run into the car, and there's an old man inside that car, and nothing happened to him.
Shit.
Right? Now the question was, the battle that people were having, that this tank looks Russian and at the same time looks Ukrainian.
Well, but that's what I'm saying with information warfare.
Exactly.
It's hard for you to tell what's really going on. Like they've been trying to send in saboteurs, basically wearing Ukrainian, Russians wearing Ukrainian army uniforms just to take down power grids and shit. And Ukrainians have been fighting back. Ukrainians have been doing a good job. Germany got into the fight. Germany decided to send weapons.
Changed its whole fucking rhetoric.
Germany decided to send weapons. They sent 1,000 anti-tank, I think, missiles to Ukraine, along with 500 missile launchers.
It's the NLAW, the NLAW.
And they allowed other countries to start sending German weapons to Ukraine. So a lot of European countries are taking different stances.
Also,
now.
the sanctions of SWIFT on Russia
already started. So we were talking about last time how. So SWIFT is the global banking system that allows banks to have different to settle,
trade and
to settle transactions with each other. Basically, right now they've already cut some Russian banks out of SWIFT. They're talking about cutting even more out. They're putting the Russian central bank's assets under freeze. So these are extraordinary measures.
The Russian stock market just go whoop.
Yeah, but
it just dropped.
They're gonna hold on.
By like 60%.
They know that was coming. So they're gonna probably hold on for. Yeah, there's
they knew
a certain amount of pain.
The one thing that you know about Putin is that he knows how to move.
They've been trying to get basically to take over Kiev. They did a paradrop that failed. They've been trying to take out the airfields around the city. So the Russians want this to be over quickly. Right now, what they ended up
They
doing,
thought it was going to be end up real quick.
they
That's what they thought. Yeah.
So basically, what they ended up doing, Russia has a big border with Ukraine. So they ended up attacking from the north, from the east, from the south, and through the air. From the north through Belarusia. Belarusia is a country that's also on the border between Russia and Ukraine. Belarusia is allied to Russia. So Belarusia allowed them to attack from there. So they're basically, and that attack is the closest to Kiev. The east side of the country is where the original war was going on. And from the south was through Crimea, the region they took over. So
from three fronts,
land, sea, air. So shit's really, really getting hot and hot.
I was reading about this one little squad of Russians, and I think they were part of the National Guard. I'm not really sure. Anyway,
I saw.
You saw that?
The Siberian ones?
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm glad.
No, go ahead.
So apparently, there are different military forces being, assigned to different districts. So apparently, some National Guard, outpost from Siberia drove all the way to Belarusia, and then they joined the invasion going down to Kiev. But they decided to take a left turn and go to Kiev on their own. They didn't follow the forces. There was a battle going on for an airport. They decided to skip that battle and take the to Kiev.
Okay.
And they were stopped and killed.
They were caught and killed.
Yeah, all of them were caught
The
and
question is, was it really them making a wrong turn? Because you can't make a wrong turn and go by yourself forever.
killed.
Or was it a mission?
Or it's just bullshit. Or it's just bullshit. It's just psyops. That's the thing. Right now, there's so much psyops
So
going
here's
on.
the thing. If we're living in the world of information, right? In the age of information, and we don't know what the fuck is going on, how are we going to believe these history books? We know that history books have been altered 100,000 times. So you know that this guy is a good guy, this guy is a bad guy. We know that.
Yeah.
But now we're in the age of fucking information, and we are not sure what the fuck is going on.
Truth. I think the fog of war has always been there. I don't think.
Did you see the clip of the Ukrainian jet that just landed in some random airport? And they were like, yo, this is a jet fighter from the Ukrainian Air Force who decided, you know what, I don't want to go to war with Russia, and landed his plane, his jet, in another country.
Oh, wow.
So, is this real? Is it not? Like, nobody knows.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The fog.
I think it was in Belarus. No, I think it was either in Poland or Romania.
Things are happening so quickly right now. Like, this whole thing started Thursday. So right now on Sunday, we're in day 4. 100,000 people have entered Poland as Ukrainian refugees. You don't know what's really going on in terms of the war, how far Russians are advancing. It seems like they're advancing quite quickly.
Seems like.
Yeah, like the what you're hearing from news reports is the advance from the south is going quite well. From the north, they're facing resistance, and from the east, they're facing resistance. But from the south, they're able to get into the country. Obviously, the UN can't do shit.
Give me the plug.
UN tried to table a resolution. The Security Council, UN Security Council, tried to table a resolution condemning Russia, asking it to stop. Russia vetoed, obviously.
Now, here's a question, a moral question.
China abstained. You saw that?
Of course, China's going to abstain.
No, but they didn't.
You know why?
They didn't say no.
China, you know what China's doing?
Mm.
Yo, we're going to sit back and watch. If this goes through and y'all can't do shit, watch what's going to happen to Taiwan. They're just waiting and watching.
Mm.
Yeah, they have their own plans ready, bro. They're ready to go. So right now, there's a moral question of how do you feel about the Ukrainian president?
Mm.
How do you guys feel about the Ukrainian president?
So just background on the Ukrainian president. The man is not a politician. The man is a comedian.
An actor?
A comedian. Okay. Who actually had a show where he played the president. And then he was voted as the president.
Wow.
By 80%. By 80%.
Okay. Wow.
73.
Yeah, the man won in a landslide.
Yikes.
The entire country voted for the man.
Okay.
And right now, did you see the Mob Deep one?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So right now, there's a
hip hop lingo?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a clip that went out. Basically, the man is getting a lot of positive press for being somebody who's, on the front lines, showing himself in the country, in Kiev,
calling what's the name? Calling out the US and other countries for not helping.
Calling out the EU, calling out Europe, talking to the Russian citizens directly, putting out his speeches in Russian, putting out videos from him on the streets with his government. So he's getting a lot of positive press. The man seems to be doing what he can to defend his country, as far as I can see.
Okay.
So
how do you feel about when Hamas and Israel were going on, remember, during COVID?
Mm-hmm.
When Israel was bombing the fuck out of Palestine? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Do you remember his tweet? The Israeli skies are filled with missiles. Medri Esh, we stand by Israel.
It's the Zionist lobby. It's the Zionist.
All right. Now, you as a Muslim who saw your own people getting hit with state-of-the-art weapons,
Mm.
right? And you see these kind of comments. How do you feel about that person in this country? It puts you in a very weird position.
Yeah.
First off, no one likes wars.
Nobody.
But at the same time, excuse me, he automatically took sides.
Mm.
If he said this, we should stop war, then we could feel some sort of way.
Bro.
But you are on someone's side. Go ahead.
If we're talking about the media hypocrisy right now that's going on,
No, I'm talking about the him hypocrisy.
No, true. That and for me, I'm looking at it right now. It's blinding to me.
Yes.
How the media is talking about, hey, Ukrainians, look at them nobly resisting occupation.
Not only that,
yeah.
I'll play that clip. I got to load
Okay.
it. This is very important.
Now
for all
with
of
the
us.
Russians marching in, it's
that's the one I
changed.
just want.
Could I play
the
it?
cal- now with the Russians marching in, it's changed the calculus entirely. Tens of thousands of people have tried to flee the city. There will be many more. People are hiding out in bomb shelters. But this isn't a place, with all due respect, like Iraq or Afghanistan, that has seen conflict raging for decades. This is a relatively civilized, relatively European, I have to choose those words carefully too, city where you
Relatively
wouldn't
white.
expect that.
With
or hope
all
that it's
due
going to
fucking-
happen.
Yeah.
Now with the Russians,
With all due, okay. Well, first off, when you start off with all due respect, you know that this guy's going to be talking
yes,
shit
exactly.
right now. That's one.
Yeah,
Yes.
Relatively civilized. The
White.
Relatively European. What do you mean?
No, for
by
real.
European?
What he means is us barbarians and these
Exactly.
lands
Yeah,
deserve
yeah.
what we get.
Yes.
Keep
هم
it-
they don't مساكين
Yeah.
هم.
Keeping in mind that whatever the fuck happened in Iraq happened because of U.S. sanctions
Yeah.
and occupation as well.
Yep.
So that was one, and the rest is politicians from across Europe saying,
but that's why boy talk.
yeah, that's why we talk, and that's what I'm saying.
Go
That's
ahead,
what
finish
killed me. The rest is politicians from across Europe saying, hey, no, we welcome these refugees. We welcome this because we know them. Some of them are IT engineers.
Here, I'll read it for you. The Bulgarian Prime Minister
Yeah.
was asked today about the possibility of accepting refugees from Ukraine. His reply is telling. I think everybody saw this tweet by now. These are not the refugees we have used to. These are people who are Europeans, so we and all other EU countries are ready to welcome them home. These are intelligent people, educated people. Some of them are IT specialists, highly qualified. In other words, this is not the refugee wave we have used to, where we don't know what to do. People with obscure past, maybe terrorists. These are Europeans who just got their airport bombed, who were shot at, who were hiding in the metro. So none of the European countries is afraid from the immigrant wave that is about to come.
Fuck you.
Some
You
bullshit.
white fucking
Piece of
dick
shit.
mother. Yo, here's the thing.
No, piece of, but that's what I'm saying.
Here's the thing.
It's clear now.
No. Here's my issue. This, we knew it. Like we knew it.
Yeah.
People who understand, like we know. We are
Aware.
dumb. Yeah, we are dumb. Let's go with dumb right now, okay? Because they're watching. All right. We are dumb. We don't know what's going on, but we kind of understand what's going on. Now here's this. All of this is fine with me. It's just you're just showing your true colors for me. That's all
True,
you're doing.
very true.
You know, no more, no less.
Very true.
Our country started moving away from old politics because they showed their cards before. So we already started moving a different path. Now you showing your true colors, that's perfectly fine. Thank you. We appreciate you. We knew it, but thank you for being honest.
Thank you for being straight.
Now, my problem is not with these white motherfuckers. My problem is with these fucking Arabs who are backing up these white motherfuckers. That's my issue.
What?
Yes. You guys have never been paying attention the same way I do.
Mm.
Watching all these Arabs come up and start putting, oh, Madrid, yes. Oh, save. Oh, Madrid. Oh, Madrid. Like, where the fuck were y'all when Palestine was going to bomb? I didn't see y'all. I know who was posting. My whole town was about Palestine. You motherfuckers didn't say a word. Oh, now you just joining the fucking campaign? You don't know what the fuck is going on?
Everybody's a foreign policy expert right now.
Being a foreign policy expert is one thing. Being a fucking straight dick and not understanding what's going on is a different thing. And now my issue is this. I'm waiting on fucking Bloomberg. I'm waiting on all you fuck journalists who've been around us for so fucking long claiming otherwise. Now show me your fucking articles. Now I want to see what the fuck y'all gonna say about this. Y'all motherfuckers attacked us for every single little thing. Now show me what the fuck you're gonna do with this when your own whitey is talking about this bullshit.
Bro,
This is what I want to hear. I don't want to hear that bullshit from back in the day, you know, when you just, let us slide. No, Bloomberg had a fucking article saying that if Saudi doesn't pump more oil, then Ukrainian blood is going to be on our hand.
The fuck?
Go fuck yourself.
Are you kidding me?
Yo, now you give a fuck
No,
about me.
for
Yo,
real, for real.
I'm not, yo, Google that shit right now.
Oh, wow.
Yo, Google. I'm not fucking
I will,
around.
I will,
Google
I
that shit
will.
right now, okay? Because I gotta pick something with Bloomberg. Aren't you the same motherfuckers who were trashing us every single fucking day in every single fucking article? Yeah, I'm looking at you pieces of shit. Every single one of you. I'm not gonna mention your names because y'all bitches. That's why. But every single one of y'all, we had to sit right here and watch your bitch. Champ, to get that fucking article out. I swear to God, I'm trying to hold my fucking tongue because
Okay.
we're gonna be canceled. We're gonna be canceled.
Ukraine crisis creates a winner in Saudi Arabia. Is that the one?
No. I'll find it for
Okay,
you.
wait. Hang on. The news. No, but see, that's the thing. We, as you mentioned it, bro, we already knew that the news is shit on this. We already knew that the news had a double standard on this. It's not nothing new.
No.
to
We
us.
knew that. But now, since it's fucking obvious and you're against hate speech,
Now you can't hide it.
yes, now you fucking talk to me now.
Yeah, now you can't hide it.
Now come and talk to me. Now tell me what the fuck is going on. Before you were talking all that shit because nothing else happened around the world.
Mm.
Yo, don't give me all the bullshit. Yo, tell me, how do you feel about this? I want to know, how do you feel about that?
I shall wait. Honestly.
Fucking bullshit.
But yeah,
Yes.
fuck war, Zibdo. So yeah, so that's basically, so the whole world just flipped upside down in the past 4 days. Like all of the things that are happening right now are things that people did not expect could happen or would happen, or, you know, the fact that there's a new war going on in Europe, that the fact that, Russia is making the claims and it's trying to achieve this, the things that it's trying to achieve. Basically what it wants from the Ukraine is to become a vassal state, a state that does exactly what it wants, what Russia wants it to do.
There we go.
Similar to the Belarus.
I found it for you. So it was a report on a congressman who said this in the US.
Okay.
And in that fucking report, the whole thing didn't say even one bad thing about this motherfucker. You know what the guy said?
Mm.
I'm going to tell you. See, this is his tweet, right?
Okay.
This is his tweet. I want you to read it.
Saudi Arabia. Now
Okay,
is your
Congressman what?
Congressman Brad Sherman.
The whitest of the white.
Saudi Arabia. Now is your chance to be an ally or an enemy of those standing against Russia's attack on Ukraine. Saudi Arabia must open taps and produce more oil so the world can turn its back on Russian oil. Otherwise, the blood of Ukrainians is also in Saudi Arabia's hands. Wow.
Dude.
Yo,
Talk
these are the
about-
same motherfuckers.
Bro, don't they hate us?
Yeah,
Now they-
I remember
but
that.
Now they need us.
I remember we were supposed to be an island.
A pariah.
Oh, we were a pariah, weren't
Yeah.
we? I remember all
Big
that.
words.
Big fucking words.
Yeah.
Where the fuck are the big words when you're in trouble, you pieces of shit?
Yeah.
Yo, I'm waiting.
No, now we're saviors.
No, I'm waiting.
Now
I'm
we're-
waiting.
now
No,
we're-
I'm waiting all these motherfucking journalists.
Gotta
Yo,
be like-
my Twitter is gonna go wild soon. I fucking guarantee you.
Get the good luck.
No. You know what? I'm not gonna do it publicly. No, I'm not gonna public shame. But I'm gonna DM every single one of them. Yeah, I want to know. Like, yo, give me your point of view in this. Aren't you a journalist?
Yeah.
Don't you read that? How do you feel?
Please let me know what the response you got. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. I'm really looking forward to seeing that.
Bro, the amount of bullshit that we have to fucking sit through. And these motherfucking pieces of shit journalists, you fuck the politicians. We understand the fucking game. But you fucking piece of shit journalist, this is your fucking job. This is what you're proud of. This is what you claim to fucking be in front of everybody. And now when shit like this happens, you motherfuckers are silent.
Yeah, because that doesn't serve the narrative.
Yes. So tell me what the fuck is the narrative then?
Oh, the narrative, Matic, we're rescheduling that
Oh,
right now.
okay. We're on pause.
Hey, right,
We're on pause.
we're reworking the narrative right now. We're gonna let you know exactly what the narrative is gonna be as soon as we decide.
Yeah. So now we got Putin going on.
Yeah.
You know, let's deal with Russia real quick.
Exactly, yeah.
So y'all on hold.
Bad boy Russia right now. That's the narrative. Right? Narrative right now
How
is,
white of you motherfuckers.
let's forget all of the Western provocation. Let's forget the states giving the Ukraine $5 billion in 2014. Let's forget
All that.
all of the promises the West made to Russia over the past 20 years of not expanding NATO and not
All of that.
threatening
No.
security.
What are you talking about? Fuck your common sense, yeah. Shamsi.
What?
Why?
Common who? Yeah.
I swear to God. I thought you were a better person than that.
I mean, okay, now because shit has gone serious, Elon Musk has decided to step into the breach.
I know. I saw
Have
that
you
shit.
saw that shit?
Yes, I saw that
Yes.
shit.
So this is not okay. I'm not sure if this is funny or cool. Actually, the Ukraine Prime Minister came to Elon Musk. The vice president of Ukraine came to Elon Musk on Twitter saying, "Mr. Musk, we are being bombed by the Russians. We need your help." 10 hours later,
What? That's a tweet. That's not a DM.
no, that's a tweet.
Okay.
I'm not even
Okay.
kidding. 10
Okay.
hours later, I actually have it. Musk responds, Starlink now active over Ukraine. More satellites incoming.
More routes incoming.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
So basically, he activated Starlink for Ukraine. Okay.
Remind me what Starlink is? Is it
Mikhailo Fedorov at Elon Musk. While you try to colonize Mars, Russia tried to occupy Ukraine. While your rockets successfully land from space, Russian rockets attack Ukrainian civil people. We ask you to provide Ukraine with Starlink stations and to address sane Russians to stand. 10 hours later, Starlink service is now active in Ukraine. More terminals en route.
Here's a quick question. Do they have the Starlink though?
Like, I don't even want to go there, honestly.
Did he provide them with the actual fucking product for them to use Starlink?
We shall airdrop. Don't worry.
It's a no-flight zone.
This is different airdrop, basically.
These fucking bullshit, son. I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
أنا مو هنا اللي يخوفني.
Tell me.
اللي يخوفني إنه isn't it easy for you to track somebody using satellites? Because so aren't you kind of making people targets?
Aren't you giving information to other countries that want it?
You know what's going on.
It's common sense. It became a tinfoil hat, by the way.
Okay.
So let's take off our tinfoil hat.
Tinfoil hats now.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now,
Bloomberg is a great publication.
the crypto space
Ugh.
is also helping Ukraine.
What?
Somebody
$2 million in crypto have been given so far.
see that shit? No. Somebody did an NFT drop. He made $1 million in 30 seconds. It sold out in 30 seconds. And it's $1 million that he made from that NFT drop that he's doing into the
I
Ukraine.
got a quick question though.
Well, is he keeping the $10 million?
No.
Oh.
$1 million donated to the Ukraine
Okay.
in 30 seconds.
Okay.
You like that, but then
I
fuck
know,
up.
I know.
Over 5 million has been donated so far. 130 bitcoins.
Last time I saw it was 2 million. I just wonder how they're gonna spend it.
Bro, the Ukrainian government has opened up an official account on Twitter with an official wallet accepting crypto donations. The Ukrainian government.
How are we going to spend that?
The Ukrainian government is acting like an angry ex-girlfriend.
I mean,
That's all it's acting like.
it's shoof, to be honest. Right now, they're being left in a fucking lurch by the Europeans.
No, they're not left. No, they got all the support they need. They got helmets. They got. Well, what else did they give them?
How about you? As a country, you're asking Elon Musk for help.
See, shoof, there's two scary things here
What?
going on. Right now, the fact that the Germans and the rest of the Europeans are giving the Ukrainians weapons means one thing. Means that as long as the weapons are coming, the Ukrainians will keep fighting. The Ukrainians are not going to let their country fucking go to waste.
They're not trying to make the war stop
Okay?
because they can't make the war stop without them intervening. So it's like, let's make it harder for Russia.
Exactly. So for the Russians, at the end of the day, there's a time and money cost and people cost for this war. I'm sure they're spending billions per day at this point.
Guess what it sounds like?
Okay?
It sounds like Afghanistan and Iraq.
Okay. So basically, the goal here for the Europeans is to make the Russians bleed as much as they can.
Exactly.
And the goal here for the Russians is to end this shit as much as they can. So what did Russia as fast as they can? So what did Russia do today? It announced that it had put its strategic bombing forces on notice. Do you know what strategic bombing forces are, Turks?
Tell me.
Nuclear forces,
Yes.
Okay.
Keep in mind, they already took over Chernobyl also.
which already happened.
Yes.
The first thing
Chernobyl is
they
already,
took over.
the first thing they went to was Chernobyl.
Yeah.
And took it over.
Okay.
Haggana.
You know Chernobyl, right?
Yeah.
The power plant that, you know.
So that's the one scary part here.
بالعافية.
You can take it.
La. This is the one scary part here.
Yeah.
There's another scary part here that people maybe are not aware of. What has Russia been doing over the past 10 years?
What?
Mhm.
Building its forces in Africa. Why has Russia been building its forces in Africa?
What?
Yep. Russia has been involved in Africa since basically the whole Libya war started.
Okay.
They've
Russia,
been there,
China, Iran,
France,
France, bro. If we should,
It's a playground. over
look, I really want to have this conversation a long time ago. I told you fucking.
there. Bro, this is a
forgot.
great conversation.
But we're not gonna have it right now,
Yeah.
okay? I want to talk about how Libya went down and how French oil companies were involved. Do you guys know the story?
And I have a lot of details.
That one's
gonna
gonna
be
be very
interesting. This is gonna
fucking
be
interesting.
interesting. Yeah.
So we'll talk about that later on.
Okay, so basically what's going on, Russia has had interests in Africa for a long time now, okay, since Libya. So there's something called the Wagner Group. The Wagner
Sounds
Group,
familiar.
it's very Metal Gear Solid.
Okay.
The Wagner Group is a mercenary group that's
Mhm.
Russian,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
They've basically been operating in multiple African countries over the past 10 years, up to 17 African countries. You know what they did recently in Mali?
Mhm.
There was a coup d'etat in Mali
Mhm.
a few years ago.
It's a restaurant, by the way. Coup
Yeah,
d'etat, it's a
yeah,
restaurant.
yeah, yeah.
One of-
Sikutan.
okay. There's a coup. The government
yeah,
changed.
yeah.
One of the results of the government changing was the Western government that was on top of shit there, France, decided to pull out. They said, we're good.
Mm.
Who's in control now? Russia. So Russia is now in control of the countries that are sending refugees to Europe.
Oh.
So Russia now has the ability to create crises in different countries where they can create conditions where refugees are going to start going to Europe.
Mm-hmm.
This is something the Europeans didn't really count on.
Yep.
Did not really count on. So Russia has another point of pressure it can use if it wanted to against the Europeans.
Look, for the longest time, NATO and its other allies, the US, they've been focusing on building the best military weapon to scare off other countries. And the countries that didn't have that weapon, they're like, okay, what could we do to make it worse for them economically? Because money at the end of the day is what controls everything. And if I fuck you over economically, that's more than enough for me. That's better than any fucking nuclear bomb.
And that's the rise of something called hybrid warfare.
Yep.
Conventional weapons, tanks, and planes don't win wars anymore. Me taking down your power grid with hackers is what wins your war.
We took too long on this one.
A very interesting discussion.
That's what's going on right now.
I know Bloomberg is waiting right now for me to say, hey, this wasn't our article. You were just covered the tweet of some congressman. And I'm going to say, fuck you.
I'm going to be waiting for you to cover the rest of the shit we're talking about.
So Russians know how to move.
So Russians know how to move and the world's responding. They're trying to cut them off of SWIFT.
Nice.
YouTube stopped paying them money. They're demonetizing their platforms.
Meta, aka Facebook.
AMD and Intel are not sending them chips anymore. So there are things that are going to start hurting. Chelsea, the owner.
I was going to ask you about that, but that's for later on.
Yeah.
But in terms of everything that you said they're going to cut them off from, guess who has it ready for sale?
China?
Yes, sir. So you ain't cutting shit off,
The
son.
Chinese are ready to serve.
Yep. Oh, you want 5G? We got the best fucking 5G.
You want 7G?
Yeah, whatever you want, yeah, Mudir.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting to see what Europeans are gonna do. It's funny how Whitey's couldn't help Whitey real quick.
You know what this is telling me? This is, you remember when I told you decadence? This is decadence. Decadence, basically, in on show. On show.
It's not like a dental problem.
It's on show, Turks. It's on show.
Yeah.
Shout out listener number 1. We apologize for that.
Yeah.
Anyway, it'd be very interesting to see. I don't give two fucks in my own fucking opinion. I don't give a shit about any of y'all. Y'all can take care of yourselves. Y'all love yourself too fucking much. Yeah, I know everybody. Yeah, peace to the world. Yeah, go fuck yourselves. Relax. There's no fucking peace in this fucking world.
I mean, you don't want to see war, no matter where it starts or where it starts. You don't want to ever see war.
But especially somewhere where it's like relatively European, relatively civilized.
We kept saying we don't want to see war for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Didn't give a fuck.
True.
So fuck them.
True.
On top of that, there was what's the name? Speaking of fuck them.
Speaking of that,
I look forward to what's the name? All the coverage over the next few days. Everybody needs to be careful. CNN is a liar. ABC is a liar. Every fucking news agency is lying. Nobody knows what the fuck is going on. Stop taking sides.
Nobody knows shit.
Sit back. Just take care of your house. Thank God they're busy with each other. I really hope this war goes on for so fucking long so we don't have to deal with them anymore. So they can leave us alone. So we can just come back and just be our own selves again. Just be busy over there. Leave us the fuck alone right now.
الله يحمينا ويحمي إخواننا
We've been begging for that for so
ويحمي
long.
المسلمين كلهم.
Anyways, as much as we hate to see what the fuck is going on, halal fikum.
Wow. Okay. Doubling down here. Doubling down.
Yo, man. I had to sit. See, I told you, I come from a military family, right? So we had to watch them fuck with us for so fucking long.
I know.
And now they're throwing a fit over each other. Yo, if you really had each other's backs, it would never went this long. But yeah, don't.
Bro, if they had each other's backs, things would have been played out this way.
You saw Joe Biden, he was like, well, it's not a NATO country.
Ish.
It
isn't.
Yeah, it's not a NATO country.
And what are you gonna do to help? What are you gonna do to help Ukraine? He's like,
sanctions.
Well, sanctions. We're sending weapons. We're preparing weapons.
And then a reporter asked, he's like, yeah, if it was a NATO country, would you go? He's like, of course, definitely. If it was a NATO country, we would have went in. Because as a NATO country, means the pack is, if anyone fucks with us, he fucks with all of us.
Article 5 of NATO states if any one country attacked, then the rest of the alliance has to participate. But then again, NATO has always been a defensive alliance.
Yeah, but they used it before. They used it in the Gulf War.
They used it.
They used it after September 11th.
They used it in Afghanistan.
That was
September 11th, and they used it in Kosovo during the bombing, the Bosnian War in Yugoslavia.
I love how you said bombing.
But they bombed Belgrade, I think. to protect Kosovo, to save Kosovo. But that's not just the only issue. The other issue is since the 90s, NATO has been winding down. Since the 90s, there's no Soviet Union. So they've been basically spending less and less money. And then you had Brexit happen and Trump happen, which put NATO even in more disarray. So now when they need to be ready, they're nowhere near where they need to be. So now they're starting to pump back up.
اسمع خليني راجع and then
the best thing that I heard,
there's
there's an analyst that I was talking to, and I think the best thing that I ever heard him say was, while Russia was preparing for this day, the West and Europeans were spending too much time playing on fabricated human rights laws that they want the world to follow. And they haven't been paying attention to what's happening to the real world. You kept everyone busy thinking about, synonyms and human rights and this country and that country.
Pronouns.
It's good. Synonyms. It's not pronouns. It's not fucking pronouns. I'm not going to fly with that one.
Synonyms.
By the way.
What's your synonym?
I can't say that. I can't say that. No, we got in trouble last time. Relax. We got in trouble last time. All right. That's why I just remembered it. Anyway, fucking synonyms.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck all that shit. Fuck all that noise. You've been too busy just fake newsing everybody, fighting with everybody, making everybody go against each other, that when shit really happened, everybody got lost.
When the real world is actually happening.
Yeah. Because the real world is fucking happening. Except over there, yo, there's a new celebrity show coming out. Go watch it, guys.
ما عليك
We out.
أهم شيء إنك civilized.
I fucking hate every single one of y'all journalists. I swear to God, I fucking hate all of y'all.
Adil, are you civilized?
Nah, not really, because I hate the journalists.
Because
I'm not white.
Yeah, and
Yes.
I'm not civilized at all.
Yes, but my name was, what was his name? Brent? or some shit?
Mohammed Barbarian. Shall we?
Let's go to uncivilized lives, guys.
Yeah,
let's go.
let's go.
Yo, we
Be
out.
barbaric.
Thank you all for joining us. We appreciate you. Sorry for the bullshit. Sorry for screaming in y'all ears. But,
Thank you for tuning
it's
in.
called passion. So
Yeah.
as always, the Saudi Cup, $20 million horse race. Amazing. Congrats everybody that won. Other than that, I'm wasting time. Let's go past. Peace.
Peace.
Say Turks.
Peace.
Thank you. An idiot.